Great. So we're here at the NOAA conference in Zurich in wonderful Switzerland, and we've got another fantastic guest on the show. Could you say your name and the organization that you're representing?
Yeah, I'm Paul Urbanczak. I'm from Hamburg in Germany, and I'm representing Your Future Vision. We are an online platform which is giving education and news to the younger generation about sustainability and finance.
Okay. Why do we need to educate young people about sustainability and also finance?
That's simple, as always. The actions of my generation, of the people under 30 in the world, are going to build our future. They are going to build our future on Earth and sustainable or financial future. Mm-hmm. And so they do need to be educated in these topics, and the school is not doing that. So I decided to do it by myself and with a fantastic team, and supported by great guys and great girls. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, you've actually put your finger on something really unbelievable. There's a lot of stupidity in the world. There's some great things happening as well, of course, but there are some crazy things too. You put your finger on the fact that schools, whether in Germany or in Denmark or wherever you look in the world, Uganda, Kenya, schools are educating children in, say, mathematics or history or Latin, a dead language, and yet they're coming out of school, age, say, 17, 18 or whatever, and if you ask anybody coming out of school at 17 or 18, or maybe in India at 16, what did you learn about climate change? The biggest issue facing your generation, most will say, maybe we got a bit in the science lesson. Yeah. And that's about it. And it seems remarkable. So you are actually delivering a much needed, absolutely critical, product, if it is a product. I hate calling them products.
It's a product.
Yeah.
Basically.
So when did you set up the platform? When's it?
I started the platform actually 1 week ago. Before I built the network around it, and just was on the way to bring all of these topics, the graphic, texting, all of it on the way, to make the best content for our community, for our future audience. Yeah. And now we are well prepared. We are going to start this, and we are going to build a huge audience all over the world, to educate people and to build our future, to build our better future.
Right. And you put you touched the issue of finance as well. You think that's really important to bring that together with sustainability, climate action. Yeah. Explain the logic, the thinking behind that.
Yeah. Sustainability, the climate change is our biggest problem in modern society. But we are also having collapsing pension systems and collapsing health systems, and this does also needs to be solved. And so I decided to educate people in finance, but the education in finance is also giving the option to finance sustainable ideas, and to do the right things with the money of your own, And so I decided to put these both topics together. Because everybody needs to be have his own affinity in finance, to have a better life in the future, to be saved when they are older, and this does not matter if we're not even having a planet. So we also need the sustainability, and both together is the right recept to go for a better future. Yeah.
So you've started off in Hamburg in Germany.
Yeah.
And you want to presumably take this platform or make it available and aware to young people beyond Germany. Yeah. So how do you do that? How are you going to take this global?
That's really simple, because we are having social media today, and we are just commenting and getting some promotions by other accounts all over the world, and so we are reaching young people all over the world, and this is why we are getting them to us, and we are providing our education and news in English, and so nearly everybody is able to understand it, and that's that's why we are reaching the whole world. And we are also going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
We are going to have really good podcast guests, founders, and yeah, I think this is going to be interesting for young people who are ambitionated and want to build a better future.
Yeah. So the next UN climate conference after Glasgow in the United Kingdom, the next one is scheduled to happen in Egypt. And I do know there was quite a push on climate education up to Glasgow. Only one country backed bringing climate change fully into the education system, which was the UK. And Italy did it 2 years ago. So there are 2 countries. So there's a lot of opportunity to persuade the governments as well.
Yeah.
And I think that you might want to put on your horizon, on your planning, how do we bring what you're doing to the attention of governments as we roll towards the next climate conference next year in Egypt. So just that would be great, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, this statistic nearly made me crying right now.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 countries.
Yeah.
Two countries.
2 countries have incorporated climate education into their national curriculum. Yeah.
And this, beside the fact that climate change is the biggest problem in our modern society.
It's absurd, yeah.
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 I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. That's yeah, that nearly made me cry.
Yeah. Well, you know, if you talk to the German government always says, it's not really our responsibility. It's the Länder, it's the regional governments. And then the Länder say, no, the teachers are too busy. But then if you talk to the teachers, they say, no, we're not too busy. We just have not been properly taught how to properly teach it. And so it goes around like a kid's, you know, at the party when you pass the parcel, somebody else picks it up. So it keeps going around, and it's the same in a lot of countries. Yeah, I'm more than happy to send you some information on some of the campaigners that are trying to get the governments to change their minds. So well done. This is a very interesting topic. Well done. I think what you're doing is right in the right place. We have another topic that I just wanted to share with you, which you can probably see. Yeah, there we go, up on the big screen, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that is a large number. That's over 600 billion Milliarden auf Deutsch.
Milliarden.
Milliarden, yeah, okay, so 600 billion.
Yeah.
That is the amount of money, according to the International Monetary Fund, so we're not just making this up, or we don't have time, that has been spent by governments since the Glasgow Climate Conference opened. So that was about, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So in the last 3 or 4 weeks, the governments have spent over 600 billion on subsidizing fossil fuels. Now, I think we could all imagine that that's a bit crazy, and that money could be spent on something better, like, say, educating every
child in the world in finance and sustainability, or doesn't the UN said that we can end world's hunger with about 100 billion?
Could be,
or
something like that.
250 billion, something like this. And so I'm just asking myself, why aren't they doing this? If it's possible, why aren't they doing it?
I think they've been doing it for so long, they've almost forgotten that they're doing it. And they need to be reminded that they're still doing it, and they need to stop it. So it's fascinating,
It's so much money.
Yeah. No, we can do something about that. Actually, I think our little campaign in Glasgow, but others as well, working on this, one of the UN agencies too. The governments in Glasgow did put in the final declaration that they will phase down, not phase out, but will phase down fossil fuel subsidies. So maybe they're now getting the message, but fingers crossed, So thank you very much indeed.
I thank you.
Really appreciate it, and best of luck with your initiative, and
Thanks.
It sounds very smart.
Thanks. I hope we will see each other again.
Exactly.
Great talk. Appreciate it.
Good, and we just say
Bye.
bye-bye. Bye.